Okay, another maintenance update on this Dualsky uh, GA 2000R 25cc petrol equivalent, which has been an amazing powerful motor, but it's got two major issues in my mind. And the first issue is this one. The bearings, nothing wrong with these bearings, nothing at all. With two of them, in fact, I've took them out and I didn't need to. I've replaced them and I didn't need to. The issue is with something missing on this motor in my mind. There's a lot of play in here and I've been getting a lot of vibration noise. So it wasn't actually this, I don't think. But we'll come to this, we'll get to it, what it actually was in a minute. So I thought, oh, it's this. It's the play in here, because it were a ridiculous amount of play. I mean, we're still a little bit of play, but I've got it down to minimum. And the way I've done it is I've replaced the bearings, which I didn't need to do, did one flight, and it was back to normal. Loads of play. So I thought, well, luckily, because I used to do skateboarding, skateboard wheels used to have bearings either side like this. But in between, they had the sense of putting a little piece of tube what sits against that inner face there on both bearings. So if you were to put that on there and you put a piece of tube parallel to that inner ring, there's less chance of it doing that because the tube is squeezed between the two. So it was not as much movement. Not that it matters, but I thought that's what the vibration were. Nothing to do with that, probably, but it's helped. It feels better, which is neither here or there. The main problem, which it was, is these. These. Now answer me this. Somebody, please answer me this on a comment. Would you hold a 25cc engine with 4 3mm bolts? No. Anybody who says it would, well, I think that's just weight saving or incompetence, because you just wouldn't hold a 25cc engine with 4. I know it's electric and they don't vibrate as much, but my God, I've had 4 of these snap off, 4. So I got sick of it and I've tapped them out to the same size as these, 4mm, and I've put spring washers on underneath. So instead of and Loctite, because you need them, you can't afford them to come undone. If one of them comes undone, the rest then start coming undone or snapping, and it causes vibration, and it's just a mess. So and you end up with this, scratching on canopy because these are snapping off. So that's my update, my rant, and it's easy. I just bought a 4mm tap and a 3.3mm drill. Drilled them out with, tapped them out with an electric drill. It was that easy, electric drill. I didn't bother buying a tap wrench, just did it with an electric drill. Not on slow speed, straight through aluminium, and it's been perfect. And this is 10 flights in. I wouldn't have got 10 flights straight off the bat, and some seriously hard manoeuvres on it. Blenders, all sorts of crap, trying to put it through its paces to try and get them to come undone, and they haven't come undone, thank God. So that now is better. That's finally sorted, because I can't be arsed with hassle of it. I just want to fly. I don't need this. I don't need this hassle. I'm doing a Carl Pilkington here. I really do not need it. And this here, again, this pilot, these motor boxes aren't strong enough. They need to be stronger. I mean, they need to be as strong as this. They need to make this up to here. Do away with this crap of putting a separate motor on. Just make that longer and have it splitting off so you can bolt it on. In other words, make this as beefy as that. It's as simple. Why make it so light and crap and rubbish? So even if you break a prop, it breaks all this. No good. Anyway, that's my rant over. So anybody wants to make this better, you could probably leave the play. Probably don't matter. But if you want to get rid of the play, you can put a little tube against those bearings faces, that inner face and the other one, and that will then stop your shaft from doing that in that bearing. But that's the main one. These here with the little spring washers are great because they'll act to keep them from coming undone because this gets hot. This motor, well, not hot, but fairly hot. The blue Loctite can get heated up, so that then may undo these screws. So maybe it should have come with spring washers. Skywing, make these 4mm and supply. It's not Skywing, sorry, I keep saying Skywing. Pilot RC needs to make these. Sorry, sorry again, not Pilot. Dualsky, I'm getting mixed up with damn plane. Dualsky, you need to make these. I'm that angry about it. 4mm and make them with spring washers on. Out at factory. Definitely. Make them the same size as this, you idiots. It's a 25cc motor. You wouldn't put 4 little tiny 3mm screws on a 25cc petrol engine, even though it is electric and it don't vibrate. It's just crazy. They're gonna fatigue fail, and that's what's happening. And it may be fatigue failing because of that play. If that play were less, they might not get as much vibration when you do certain manoeuvres, and that might be why they're snapping off. So cure the play with a tube, cure them with 4mm, job done. And motor box. Pilot, you need to get your motor box right. Strong, standoffs, aluminium standoffs, forget that, or make this. Dualsky, get your act together, bigger bolts, and a tube between your motor. Come on, Chinese, get your act together. I'm going.